Mr. Szijjártó, thank you for taking your time and accept our interview.
Thank you very much.
Recently, you posted on your social network, you said Hungary is ready to host a peace talk, a potential peace talk between Russia and Ukraine in Budapest. Can I ask you why you made that proposal?
Because the war is in the neighborhood and we hate that. We want peace. And we all know that converting war to a peace, you need to have discussion. Without discussion, without negotiations, without talks, there will be no peace after the war.
We know the on-ground situation in Ukraine is kind of fierce because we saw all those bombardments in Kiev and all other major cities. So do you think there's still space for such a peace talk?
Well, we have to be hopeful, otherwise peace would not be created. So all wars should be finalized, finished by negotiations in order to discuss conditions and preconditions and circumstances of peace. And you know, situation is really terrible. I talk to my ambassador in Kiev every day. We made a decision that we keep our embassy open, we keep our embassy functional in order to be able to help Hungarians in need, help other nationalities in need, help international organizations with operation assistance. So the embassy is there, ambassador is there, and he continuously briefs me about the situation.
So what would be the stand position of Hungary on this Ukraine crisis?
Look, we condemn the military actions. We stand for the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Ukraine, and we hope that that peace can be achieved somehow. You know, we are really concerned about a humanitarian crisis. We already experience a big number of refugees coming to Hungary. We know that there's an even bigger number when it comes to Poland. But for example, now situation is being unmanageable on the border between Ukraine and Slovakia. So many traffic is now being diverted to the Hungarian-Ukrainian border, where we receive the refugees. You know, we operate with full capacity. Unfortunately, the Ukrainians let people out on a much slower pace compared to how we can allow them to enter. We are helping third countries, India, Iran, Maldives, the Philippines, Turkey, Croatia, Czech Republic, with evacuating their citizens. We have abolished the visa requirement for all those who are refugees from Ukraine. So all those who stay lawfully on the territory of Ukraine, regardless of their nationality and citizenship, they can enter Hungary freely with no visa requirement, and then we deliver them to airports from where they can fly home.
You know, earlier this month, you said Hungary as a NATO member rejected some additional NATO troop deployment to your country. That's before the conflict started. Now would Hungary reconsider this decision?
Look, the Hungarian army is in an appropriate shape and form to protect the country. So when it comes to NATO forces, we have NATO forces on the territory of Hungary because the Hungarian army is part of NATO. So and we can protect ourselves. The Prime Minister made a very clear instruction through the Minister of Defense that our defense forces are now being mobilized to the eastern end of the country in order to avoid any military or paramilitary groups to enter Hungary. So we keep the border strong, we can protect it, and so far I can say that the Hungarian army is enough to guarantee the security of Hungary.